Hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy. What you want to talk about?
Well, we're going to talk about the sound wall, and the reason that we're talking about this sound wall is because I had this sound wall in my classroom this year, and I had requests for it throughout the year, teachers wanting it and use it in their classroom, but the problem was that when we put it together, everything was in so many pieces, like a lot of cutting out, putting together, piecing together, and it just wasn't manageable or a way that teachers could easily use it in their classroom. So that's what we're going to redesign, come up with a solution.
So this is like what, 10 feet by 5 feet, or 10 foot by 4 foot, or
4 by
something
8, I
giant.
think.
Well, 4 by, I think it's even wider.
Okay.
Because I was thinking about that, and a plywood is. Okay, so that's the giant, and it was too many pieces.
Too many pieces.
So here's my file. These are the actual files that we use to make this. Mm-hmm. And we want to squeeze it to where it fits on 8.5 by 11.
For a kid to use in a binder or on a sheet of paper. And then a bigger size, like a poster size, 11 by 14.
So 8.5 by 11 scales to 11 by 14 to 14 by 17. This is a poster size. Mm-hmm. And then here's the big trifold for like
you would see in a science fair exhibit.
Okay, so the first thing to do is rescale everything into that size.
Yeah.
And so here were some sketches we talked about a little bit. Mm-hmm. And mainly, let's just get to that. So the main thing is, we were gonna have the action going on with the picture. So that was where most of the action, because there's a lot of action going on here, but it's just these tiny little photos. So we wanted to make those as big as we could and make that the focal point.
Yes.
And downplay the buildings, and so this is what we came up with, that sketch.
And
so
these are more billboard oriented instead of like buildings.
Yes.
Okay.
And then the image is bigger.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll talk about that. So I took these buildings that were on the side, the stops and the continuance, and I put them down here. And so I think we've got plenty of room now.
Yes.
And we're gonna do the little mouth. We had some mouth.
Yeah, we had some mouth, even though these are in the wrong spot. They were right on the board. We're gonna do the 3 mouth positions for the Bow Valley.
So we talked about integrating them as billboards.
Yeah.
There.
And putting the buildings into 2 here helped free up a lot of room, because that's when you did the first redesign. It really stacked it and wasted a lot of space.
Oh, right.
So like this, when we had it and kind of were rearranging, we noticed there was a lot of open space. So that's when we did the buildings, I guess 2 beside each other.
Right. So we're going to go up with a kind of a pirate ship theme. So a big pirate ship in the middle, and then another boat coming into town. And that'll be the place of this one.
Yeah.
And then we had a diphthong desert here. We're going to move it over here and maybe make it a desert, maybe not. And then architectural jungle we had over here. We'll do over here.
Yeah, so this will be a big octopus on this. And it's a big boat, and the mast will be up there. That's for the all sound. And
then so feet, we'll just make it all themed. Like this one's feet. So a bunch of feet, and then a bunch of feet holding it up. Feet, and then feet sticking out. Feet. And then an igloo. I'm just going to do a snowy mountain with the igloo.
Yeah.
Cakes, eggs with broken egg
and
shells.
Carton of eggs.
Apple tree, bikes, a bunch of bikes, umbrellas, paws, like cat paws. Toast.
Yeah, and this is a toaster, and we had a lot of discussions about making sure it looks like toast and not bread.
Toast and not
bread. To make it clear.
So we'll do a butter pat.
And the toast lines.
The heat. Foot.
Gross
foot. We'll put, and then spoons, cubes, and then and then the liquids. We did liquids with raindrops, but we're going to change that and make it actually look like dripping paint. And we can do different colors, so that'll get us some colors there. Lion, rabbit, yarn,
yellow. It's going to kind of come off the... That's the fun thing about this, is that we can get as even more into it, even more out of the box than the buildings were. So this will allow us to maximize the space that we have.
And it'll be more about the actual stars of the show.
Right. And so this is a whistle. What was
Walrus.
this one? Walrus. Oh, a horse.
And a horse. And this was, yeah, rabbit line. This was a monkey nest
And ring.
and ring.
And he's gonna have a
for
nose ring. These are noses for the
Noses
nasals.
for the nasal.
Like this.
Right. And then we probably, if we do actually, that's the thing. I remember when you were teaching this, the kids were calling them mustaches.
Yeah.
So we may want to,
Nix
even though
the
they're a lot of
mustaches.
fun, get rid of the mustaches.
Okay, we can figure that out. That's a good point, though. But once they got it with the nose, touching their, hand to their nose and feeling that vibration, they got it. But we can discuss that.
Okay. Okay, so what I did was I printed out kind of here we go. So this is the size that I'll do the drawings. And so this will be where, okay, so what I'm thinking is, this will be your image, but it'll hang out.
Yeah.
So we've got a rabbit, say the rabbit, its ears will hang out. Maybe it's holding, maybe it's got a, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I'm a rabbit.
We even talked about, like, we were going to put a carrot in there, but then we
that would be
said
confusing,
it's not a
so-
carrot, it's a rabbit.
But we could make it, like, give it red overalls
Yeah.
and try to do hints. Rabbit red, just for that sound. This one's
Yeah.
a lion.
You have a ribbon in its hair.
Yeah, it lion's just the L sound.
Uh-huh.
So we could do,
Oh.
kind of a lion doing this is,
It could be holding a lemon
hold no limit. Yeah, just something funny like
to
that.
kind of integrate it.
So I think that'll be plenty of size.
Yeah, and then the sound, like the
Yes,
actual...
this is where the sound will go. But I may do some that are where the sound's above and the images are below, just to kind of
Shake it up.
shake it. But that would be the standard. It'll be this size. Picture here, sound here, and vice versa.
And we talked about possibly even, because he's doing the cards individually like this, making these maybe we were brainstorming a thought to have them on their own cards for kids to
Like a
kind of
flashcard
collect
kind of
the
thing.
drill deck, which goes right along with our Clippity Crew products.
Right. So this will be another avenue to the sounds, completely.
Yeah.
And then and we talked about doing a little spot for where the Clue Buddies would live, so we could identify those.
Yeah, because we eventually want to do a game, like kind of gamey, like for the 8.5 by 11, like where they're actually like finding.
Right.
You remember that, like the little game that we talked about, like where they're the finder, the sound finder, and then like having a spot, like he was saying, for a circle to actually, when you introduce the sound, then you've introduced the buddy, then you can find where the buddy lives on the
Right, like
sound
where
wall.
would Sick Rick
Yeah.
live and where would.
Yes.
Okay, so I think we're good here. So the next thing is just to go through these, and we'll start with liquids. I say just start up here.
Yeah, so that's 2 up there.
I'll do all these first, and then I'll do them all individually, so we've got some floating.
Yeah.
So we'll do all of these first, then drop them, and then build this part around it, and make sure everything fits custom.
Yeah. Well,
And we have plenty of room for all of our things. So
that's
this
super
is
exciting.
good talk.
Okay, love you.
Nice
Nice
doing
doing
business
business
with
with you.